Science has some pretty good answers for some really interesting things in life, but we don't have all the answers. There are many weird phenomena that we still can't explain, leaving even the sharpest minds and most intelligent humans scratching their heads. And this isn't about the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle or how black holes work. Strange things are happening all around us, the sort of things that you couldn't even begin to fathom. Mysterious faces, unexplained apparitions, suspicious lights, and bizarre creatures are just some of the dilemmas we have yet to unravel. I don't think us mortals are meant to understand everything. We've already got more power and control than we know what to do with, due to the advancement of technology. On that note, let's take a look at 10 weird phenomena that are hard to explain. But before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon. 10. The Taos Hum. It would seem that everything seems to be normal within the settlement of Taos in New Mexico. In this town of about 4,700 residents, an odd phenomenon afflicts the population. It's known as the Taos Hum, an odd humming noise like one that might come from an idle diesel motor left running. Investigation into this low humming noise has not revealed the whereabouts of where this noise could be coming from. The noise is louder inside a house or contained environment than outside. Some people hear it all the time, and a few hear it at intervals. For some, it gets so disturbing that it keeps them up at night. A full-blown investigation of the mystery began in 1997, with several science institutions getting involved to form an explanation for the noise. They interviewed those who were tormented by the sound and were surprised to seek out that the results of the mysterious humming resulted in nosebleeds, feeling dizzy, vibrations, irritability, and of course sleep disorders. Alas, it seems that the mystery still endures and will continue for several years until its source is discovered. 9. Bigfoot. The legend of Bigfoot goes back ages ago, globally. In North America, and particularly the Northwest, you'll be able to hear tales of 7-foot-tall hairy men stalking the woods, occasionally scaring campers, lumberjacks, and hikers. North American settlers started reporting sightings during the late 1800s and into the 1900s, with the occasional finding of footprints, sporadic encounters, and even some grainy photos and videos adding to the mystery. Everyone who claims to have seen Bigfoot has described everything from an oversized, upright ape to an actual hairy human, sometimes standing over 8 feet tall and described as powerfully built. Each organization exists to review and document Bigfoot and prove its existence, and groups regularly search the Northwest woods, trying to find that ultimate proof. Despite the thousands of Bigfoot that have got to exist for a supposedly breeding population, not one has ever been found. Since concrete proof like teeth or bones ceases to exist, support comes all the way down to eyewitness sightings and ambiguous photos and films. Since it's impossible to prove otherwise, science will never be able to prove that creatures like Bigfoot don't exist, and it's possible that these mysterious beasts lurk far away from prying eyes. 8. Intuition. It's common to consider intuition as an instinctual or maybe magical phenomenon, but our hunches are assumptions formed on the idea of past experience and cumulative knowledge. They have a tendency to arise holistically and quickly, without conscious awareness of the underlying cognitive operation of knowledge. Whether we call it gut feelings, a sixth sense, or something else, we've all experienced intuition at some instance or the other. Of course, gut feelings are often wrong. How repeatedly during aircraft turbulence have you ever been sure your plane was going down? But they do seem to be right much of the time. Psychologists note that individuals subconsciously acquire information about the planet around us, leading us to seemingly sense or know information without knowing exactly how or why we all know it. But cases of intuition are difficult to prove or study, and psychology may be only a part of the solution. 7. Ghosts. If you believe in ghosts, you're not alone. Cultures all around the world believe in spirits that survive death to live in another realm. In fact, ghosts are among the foremost widely believed of paranormal phenomenon. Many people have reported seeing apparitions of both shadowy strangers and departed loved ones. Though definitive proof for the existence of ghosts remains elusive, sincere eyewitnesses still report seeing, photographing, and even communicating with ghosts. One difficulty in scientifically evaluating ghosts is that a surprisingly wide selection of phenomena are attributed to ghosts. from a door closing on its own, to missing keys, to a chilly area in a hallway, to a vision of a dead relative. 6. Deja vu. Deja vu originates from a French phrase meaning already seen, touching on the distinct puzzling and mysterious feeling of having already experienced a selected set of circumstances before. It describes the fascinating and strange experience where you're feeling that something is extremely familiar, but you furthermore may know that this sense of familiarity mustn't be as strong because it is. A lady might walk into a building, as an example, in an exceedingly foreign country she'd never visited and sense that the setting is eerily and intimately familiar. Some attribute reminders to psychic experiences or unbidden glimpses of previous lives. Similar to intuition, research into human psychology can give more naturalistic explanations, but ultimately the cause and nature of the phenomenon itself remains a mystery. The phenomenon is rather complex, and there are many different theories as to why deja vu happens. 5. Mysterious disappearances. People disappear for various reasons. Most are runaways, some succumb to accident, a few are abducted or killed, but most are eventually found. Not so with the truly mysterious disappearances from the crew of the Marie Celeste to Jimmy Hoffa, Amelia Earhart, and Natalie Holloway. Some people seem to have vanished without a trace. When missing persons are found, it's always through police work, confession, or accident, never by psychic detectives. But when the evidence is lacking and leads are lost, even police and forensic science can't always solve the crime. 4. Near-death experiences and life after death. A near-death experience is any experience within which someone near death is tormented by some trauma or disease which may result in death, perceives events that appear to be impossible, unusual, or supernatural. While there are many questions about NDEs, one thing is definite: they do exist. Thousands of individuals have actually perceived similar sensations while near death. The controversy is over whether or not they really experienced what they perceived. People who were once near death have sometimes reported various mystical experiences, such as going into a tunnel and emerging during a light, being reunited with loved ones, a way of peace, etc. That will suggest an existence beyond the grave. While such experiences are profound, nobody has returned with proof or verifiable information from beyond the grave. Skeptics suggest that the experiences are explainable as natural and predictable hallucinations of a traumatized brain. A study of individuals in 2015 found that when the heart is dying, it gets peppered by signals from the brain, which tries to remain active. The scramble of signals could be liable for near-death experiences, researchers figure. 3. The mind-body connection. Medical science is barely commencing to understand the ways within which the mind influences the body. The outcome, as an example, demonstrates that individuals can every now and then cause a relief in medical symptoms or suffering by believing the cures to be effective, whether or not they actually are or not. Using processes only poorly understood, the body's ability to heal itself is way more amazing than anything modern medicine could create. So while there are many unexplained phenomena, and admittedly a number of them are dubious, the explainable science of the body and mind, whether or not we're still trying to work much of it out, is also among the foremost amazing phenomena of all. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on future videos. 2. Looking at this picture, one could deduce a few things. At first glance, whilst looking at two faces that seem to be devoid of any organ features like eyes, nose, and mouth, it seems to be pretty clear that it could be photoshopped to make it look a little supernatural. As for the picture of the hand, science does have an explanation. A medical disorder that results in missing fingers does exist. It's a supposed genetic disorder known as oligodactyly, which is the presence of fewer than 5 fingers or toes on the hand or foot.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
1. Psychic powers and ESP. Psychic powers and extrasensory perception rank among the highest 10 unexplained phenomena. if for no reason other than the belief in them is so widespread. Many folks believe that intuition may be a type of psychic power, some way of accessing arcane or special knowledge about the planet or the longer term. Researchers have tested people that claim to possess psychic powers, though the results under controlled scientific conditions have up to now been negative or ambiguous. Some have argued that psychic powers can't be tested, or for fewer reasons diminished with the presence of skeptics or scientists. Regardless of the truth, science will never be ready to prove or disprove the existence of psychic powers. And that concludes our list of the top 10 weirdest phenomena that are hard to explain. Let us know in the comments section below your theories on these phenomena, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon.